Bikat. Brain is creating a thought. Live long and prosper. Kalpun Piso here. I'm going to talk today about the origins of the soul. How Christianity adopted this, and how religious beliefs, in my view, are nothing more than a schizotypal disorder, a form of schizophrenia, mild schizophrenia. The brain is very complex. The brain is the creator of gods and creates delusions. This is actually proven by neurology, the science of neurology. Neurology shows that the brain is nothing more than a series of cells, neurons with axons, exchanging information via chemical reactions, electromagnetism.
Jesus loved me, the Bible tells me so. I'm a retard, don't bother me with facts.
In ancient times, this was unknown. The ancients believed the heart was the repository of the soul, and it produces thought. What is the soul? Angels, the spirit. It all originated 5,000 years ago in the Egyptian religion. This is clear in the Book of the Dead, especially the Papyrus of Ani. The original can be seen, one of the originals can be seen in the British Museum.
The soul hovering over his body wearing the infinity symbol.
In fact, this is true. You can actually see in the Papyrus of Ani by looking at these birds with human heads flying from the body. It is a soul. The soul is air in the lungs represented by birds, and eventually would mutate into angels, into people, ladies with wings and men with wings. That's what demons are. Demons are also, all of them have wings. The little fat, little putty, the little angels, which are actually sons of Venus, they all have wings. The little fat kids. Heros, which is one of the sons, which is considered a Cupid by the Romans. The guy with the arrows is actually a putty. They have wings, are messengers of Venus. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, Hermes, it has wings. So anything with wings is a messenger of the god. They go up to the gods. The Christians copy that with
This is not true. Satan planted all the Book of the Dead and everything and fossils to confuse mankind. The earth is only 6,000 years old.
Principal god, or imaginary friend created by the brain of the Egyptians, was the perception of the sun, the life-giving star of ours. They didn't know it was a star. They personified. The sun was equivalent to the penis, was equivalent to snakes, and was equivalent to, since the rays of the sun penetrate the earth, fertilizing and making things.
The Gospel of Mark and Jerome use this lion as a symbol, as their symbol. Lion is a symbol of the sun, as is the ankh, and birds, and these semen rays of the sun.
The sun god, Osiris, Horus, Atun, they were believed to be suspended in the spirit world. The spirit is nothing but air, the invisible air that no one could see, but it was felt. The sun, the stars, and all the rest of heavenly bodies, they were seen as gods suspended in this.
The life-given semen rays of the sun would mutate into the God of Moses.
When a person dies, you expel the air and you die, you expel the air. The Egyptians believed this air was, they call it the soul. The Ka, the Ba, the Ak, there were three of them. And it was eternal. It joined the spirit world. The birds, the wings, the float in the air were suspended, where the sun and the moon and the stars were also suspended, the main gods. They were believed that the soul will fly to the sun, the air in the lungs, the soul. It was represented by something that they could see. This was a bird. Birds were sacred. They were messengers of the gods. Anything that is a messenger of the god has wings because they fly to the sun. That was their belief. In many cases, when a person died, the mourners, they will try to absorb the air. They will try to breathe into the mouth of the deceased to give him life again, to give their soul. Well, it didn't work. So many would put this air of the person that died, put containers to see if they can absorb the soul. That's what the soul or the spiritus is.
Winged entities receiving the soul of a Christ-like Savior. And the winged victory of Samothrace, all from the 3rd century BCE.
The sun has been the god in every religion in the whole world. The Aztecs had it, the Incas had it, they all believed in the sun. As I said, the sun is equated with the penis, with horns, and with the rays of the sun fertilizing the earth. That's everywhere. The Romans mutated the sun and personified, and they call it Sol Invictus, or Apollo, or Mithras, or Attis, or Horus, all this. So a Roman emperor like Julius Caesar, that was actually the god and Lord and Savior, that's what Jesus Christ originated from, mutated from this belief of the cult of Julius Caesar, cult of Timus Julius. He was equated with Sol Invictus, with the unconquered sun, the god sun, as other kings were. The king was an equivalent to a god, descendant from God, son of God. In Roman times, everything was personified. Everything. The Roman Empire, Roma, was viewed as a lady. Venus was personified as a lady. Mars was personified as a man, as a warrior. And all the other things, good luck was personified as Fortuna, also a lady. So everything was personified. The penis was personified as the god Priapus. So everything was personified. The enemy was personified also. Satan was also personified, which actually Satan was actually the Senate of Rome. The body of the Senate was personified as a really bad entity like Luperci. That's what Satan comes from.
Sun god Mithras is slaying a bull. Notice the snake and the little angel on the corner. The winged god of creation, Priapus. Notice the floating entities on the son of God, Augustus. The flightless winged cock was sacred, stuck to the ground. The god Julius Caesar has a sacred chicken at his feet. At the side of the altar there is this winged victory. 350 years before Christianity showed its ugly face. The god Emperor Hadrian resurrecting the dead.
The killing of the Lord and Savior Julius Caesar by the Senate, Satan.
This man was considered a living god. Everybody, the people loved him. His soldiers loved him. He forgave the enemies of everybody. He forgave the sins of the people that actually killed him. He was a true god. And they killed him. The temple of the god Christ Caesar. Notice the star. A coin of the sacrifice, God Caesar. Christ Caesar. Notice the resurrection of God Caesar. Notice the flames. Notice the angel representing.
Mutate thanks to Constantinus, the first 325 years later, into this. We created God with our brains. I repeat this ad nauseam to make people aware of this indisputable truth. Religious beliefs are a mental illness, a form of mental illness.